morning. You getting that light show? Yeah. That actually comes through?
Light show, but I'm not getting your face much.
It's right here. It hasn't changed. You can probably adjust it, can't you? So maybe? Okay, okay. Is everybody excited about love beads? Ooh. There we go. I didn't have any tie-dye. What's really scary is the people that went to their closets and found it. So. Why are brownies called brownies? Executive director at Le Cordon Bleu College of Culinary Arts, Los Angeles, says the first mention of brownies is in Fannie Farmer Cookbook in 1906. They are not called brownies because of the color, but were named after Celtic pixies.
Oh, that's what they like to eat. You actually, if you feed them, they will take magic for you.
Ooh, but you got to find them first. So if your brownies are turning out black, you may be cooking them too long. So, that was interesting. I like that one. All kinds of things going on this week. Of course, we have a guest speaker today and all kinds of things. You know the interesting thing, the people on the internet, you have no idea really what you're missing. I mean, you hear things, you're not listening to any of the music or any of half the jokes that are going on. So I'm sorry you're missing a lot, but at least you're getting what you need. So second service today, Followers of the Way. And Jan, what is that all about? Okay. Okay. Yes? One. That's not on here. Does it actually happen if it's not on here? Okay. Where? Oh, I see it. I see. Oh, yeah. I see Oneness Blessing at 9:15 and 11:30. I have to look. It's the first thing. That's why I missed it. It was the very first thing. Oneness Blessing after service. The HCC meeting, Mid-Columbia Holistic Chamber of Commerce. Tuesday, if you want to know what that is, ask Janice or, ask Janice. Essential oils on Tuesday night also. Wednesday is a clearing, a house clearing. Do you want to talk about that at all? Or?
Candy, you want to talk about that? Sure.
Should we tell the people what the fee is for the day?
Yeah, I will. The house clearing class is free, and Janice and I will be talking about spirit and communication, how to clear your house of any unwanted energies or spirits. It could be residual energy as well. We'll have little handouts as far as what it means when we light the candle, the incense. We'll have handouts that you can take with you that gives you like a toolkit to get started on your own.
Thank you. Thank you.
And what day was that?
Wednesday, 6:30. And Mind Shifters also on Wednesday. Lotus Group on Friday. Those lights help at all?
They will once they warm up.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I remember hearing somebody saying that. So, okay, Lotus Group. No Lotus Group this month, or next month, or the following month, but starting in September. Okay. I'm sure you'll remember that, right? So, okay. Thought for today: to be successful, grow to the point where one completely forgets themselves. That is, to lose themselves in a great cause. It really is true. Never would have, if you'd asked me that 15 years ago, I'd go, hold on. But I have to say, we all change. At least most of us do. We do have a couple patron saints, though, George Carlin and John Lennon. George, there's no present, there's only the immediate future and the recent past. Did I say that one recently? Okay. There's no present, there's only the immediate future and the recent past. I probably did it. I'm sure I did. Think off center. I know I did that one. I remember that one. So, oh well. Well, I don't have a whole lot of these things, and I mean, he's still not producing this stuff, so it's all old. And John Lennon, All You Need Is Love.
Real big.
Why isn't there mouse-flavored cat food? Why didn't Noah swat those 2 mosquitoes? I don't know. If you're new to the internet, you're trying to figure out what we're doing here, we try to figure it out sometimes too. But you know, why can't you start church with a bunch of jokes? I mean, you know, what's serious about life? Gee. Okay, now you have to think about some of these. Arbitrator. Cook that leaves Arby's and goes to McDonald's. Avoidable. What a bullfighter tries to do. Bernadette. The act of torching a mortgage. You know, it's easier to hear when you're hearing it. I tried reading these and I go, wait a minute, what? But you say them, it's a lot easier. Burglarize. What a burglarize. What a crook sees with. That was a groaner. That was a groaner. More Will Rogers on getting older. You know you're getting old when everything dries up or leaks.
Amen, yeah.
I don't know how I got over the hill without getting to the top. One of the many things no one tells you about aging is that it's such a nice change from being young. Okay, yeah, it's Will Rogers. What can you say? What can you say? Okay. Unlike wheat and barley, oats were once eaten whole. The Saxons planted the grain at least as early as the 10th century, and the Scots learned to beat it into a meal a few generations later. In the 11th century, rural England was sucked into the whirlpool of war. Farms went unattended while men following their chieftains into battle against the invaders from across the Channel. Land sometimes lay fallow for a full generation. Under such conditions, many strains of oat reverted to their wild state. Young and inexperienced farmers, eager to extend their cultivated land, often gathered and planted these wild oats. Such seed produced thick and luxurious blades, but very light heads. After a man had gone to the trouble of making such a crop, he seldom found it worth his while to harvest it. It was foolish and wasteful to sow such seed, but old folks found they couldn't tell a young fellow anything. Some things never change. If we wish to try a crop of wild oats, they might as well let him learn by experience. Evidently, a good many actually did sow wild oats, for the expression came into a figurative use to indicate the indulgence of young males. So there. And there's a couple of other things in there I didn't read, so you can figure that one out. Figure that one out. Since 1991, bona fide Nobel laureates have handed out Ig Nobel Prizes, or Ig Nobel Prizes. The brainchild of Mark Adams, editor of Annals. Okay. Well, could be. Woke you up. Shall I try the whole thing again? I'll start over again. Okay. Since 1991, bona fide Nobel laureates have handed out Ig Nobel Prizes. The brainchild of Mark Abrahams, editors of Annals of Improbable Research, Igs are awarded for achievements that cannot and should not be reproduced. Past winners include a team of Australian scientists who conducted an analysis of the forces required to drag sheep over various surfaces, and a paper from Stockholm entitled "Chickens Prefer Beautiful Humans." I know. I didn't get it either. Okay. Hi, Mikey. Things that make you go, You about had enough of this stuff? We could move on. But, okay. Those who make their dress a principal part of themselves will, in general, become of no more value than their dress. A talent is formed in stillness, a character in the world's torrent. Popularity, it's a glory's small change. Victor Hugo. To be happy, we must not be too concerned with others. I had to stop and actually read that a couple of times because it's like, well, okay, yeah, but, okay, I see what they're doing. So, okay. I'm not sure how I'm going to be doing all this morning because I got a playlist for songs about this long. So I'm not sure how I'm going to cue them all. I have to cue them up one at a time, so it'll be interesting. Do you want those played like right next to each other? All those? So? Okay. A senior citizen said to his 80-year-old buddy, "So, I hear you're getting married." "Yep." Do I know her?" "Nope." "This woman, is she good looking?" "Not really." "Is she a good cook?" "Nah, she can't cook too well." "Does she have a lot of money?" "Nope, poor as a church mouse." "Well then, is she good at anything?" "I don't know." "Well, why in the world would you want to marry her?" "'Cause she can still drive." Okay. A man was telling his neighbor, "I just bought a new hearing aid. It cost me $4,000, but it's state of the art. It's perfect." "Really?" answered the neighbor. "What kind is it?" "1230. That's enough. That's enough.
Bill, what we could do is I could do some of my message.
Phil,
Yes,
do you know you have something stuck to your back?
I do.
Okay, I didn't know if it was a practical joke.
They're not the glove lots.
So what we're doing today, as you probably guessed, maybe the people on the video don't know, but we're doing our Love Fest. Our last love-in was our love bout, and that was about loving ourselves. And now that we do that, we can love one another. So we're just going to have this great big love fest. And we'll have a message. Got a PowerPoint, it's just some funny slides, but we're just going to sing some songs. We'll have a message, we'll sing some songs, have a message. And feel free when we're singing, you can stand up, you can dance, hold hands, do whatever. Well, no, not whatever. I'm thinking
Definitely
back.
not whatever.
This is not the 70s, really. Yeah.
That was the 60s.
Yeah, 60s, okay. Okay. But before we start, our friend Dan has wrote a prayer for us this morning to kind of get us in the mindset of releasing negativity, releasing anything that is hindering us today so that we can be open to the love. Dan, would you like to come up and read that?
Good morning to everyone. Good morning. If you can, go to your quiet place. If you can, go to your quiet place where the love light exists and rest there for a bit. And I'll recite this prayer for all of us, and then we can continue in a good way. Good morning, family, and welcome to Sunday. I pray this morning that we can release all sadness and replace it with gentle happiness. I pray this morning that we can let go of the darkness around us and take hold of the light. I pray that we can let go of the hurt in our memories and take on the healing of the now and the present. I pray we can let go of the anger and turmoil and take on the peace of our Creator. I pray this for us all this day. Peace.
Thank you. So I think what we'll do is we'll just start with, this is kind of just not rehearsed, so that's good. we'll just do the slideshow and we'll just start singing and there might. Uh-huh. Yeah, you can have that. Okay, perfect. And then we'll just keep singing and there'll be a little, we'll watch the slideshow and there'll be a little pause probably as we bring up the next songs, but just bear with us and let's just have some fun.
Do you want to start with a song?
Yeah, let's do that.
Circle of Life. It's in your books. And if it's not, it was Sandy's fault.
I picked them all out of the book.